Hello! Today we're going to make parsnip fillets. It's a little bit of fish-like dish. My 8-year-old daughter described this as the Dutch kibbeling, which is fried fish, and we eat it with ravigotte sauce. So that's what we're going to make today. Okay, what's in there? What are the ingredients? Of course, the parsnip. I use the parsnip because of its structure, but also because of its shape. You can imagine if we cut them in stripes, then it looks a little bit like a fish shape. We're going to coat the parsnip, amongst other things, with miso powder and with shitake powder. They're both from the Gunma region from Japan. You can imagine that the miso powder you can also use for other seasoning instead of salt. And for the typical ravigotte sauce, I use the umami sauce. It's also made in the Gunma region in Japan, and it's made of umeboshi, it's a plum, and of yuzu, it's a citrus fruit, and they both grow in the region. And this combination is really super nice, salty, sour, sweet, and especially the yuzu really combines very nice with fish. Okay, we start with the kikurage. It's a mushroom, and I think it's really nice to marinate them with smoked soyu. It's just, have you ever heard of smoked soyu? It's great, just amazing. So we're going to cut these ones in very thin stripes and then marinate them. It's for adding the finishing touch to the parsnip fillets later on. So we're going to cut a few. You get the hard bits out of there. It's the part where they grow to the tree. And then very thinly, as thin as possible. All right, I'm going to put them in a bowl. And then I'm going to marinate them with a little bit of smoked soy sauce. And I think it's nice to add a little bit of sesame oil. And a little bit of ginger syrup and some lime. Sorry, some lemon. See, yes. Okay, and then we stir it a bit, and then we leave it for the rest for like 15 minutes, and then we can eat it. You can even, I think, you can leave it in the fridge for over 7 days, so you can add it to any dish you like, just like a really strong umami bomb flavor for your dishes. All right, next is we're going to cut the parsnip in slices. Right, and then we're going to fry them. And a little bit of oil. I like to use rice oil, but of course you can use any oil which is suitable for frying. Yeah. Okay, next we're going to coat the parsnips, and we use 3 rounds for that. This is rice flour, also from Japan. So what we're going to use, some almond milk and panko. And the panko, we're going to give some extra flavor. Okay, the parsnips are almost ready. Let's get them out of the pan. They look nice fried. Okay, we're going to use the pan later on. We're going to add some extra flavor to the panko. We're going to add the miso powder and some of the shitake powder, just like this. Of course, because we're trying to make a little bit of the fish flavor, we add some dried seaweed. I use the sea lettuce. Oopsie. Some lemon, it's always a good idea. I use the zest of the lemon. And of course, some pepper. All right, we mix it a bit. like this. And then we're going to coat the parsnips. So it's going to go in 3 rounds. First in the rice flour, then in the almond milk, and to finish it with a crust, we put it in the flavored panko. Okay, let's get started. Ooh, you want it coated all over the place? Yes, and then through the almond milk and through the panko. Yes, like this. All right, and then we're going to fry them again. A little bit of extra rice oil. Okay, going to put the parsnips in there. And of course, just, like a fillet, you bake it until nice and crispy and brown. I think it will take about 5 minutes. We're going to make some ravigotte sauce. And we're using some vegan mayo. This. And then add a little bit of almond milk to make it thinner. Some lemon juice. And of course, the umami sauce. This is really what gives it the flavor. All right? Okay. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the parsnips. They're done. Nice and brown. Oopsie. All right, let's finish the ravigotte sauce. I'm going to add a little bit of lentil, spring onion. Chop this very finely. And some fresh dill. Also chopping it. Right. Add it to the ravigotte sauce. Then we're going to stir this. Of course, tasting is very important, so let's taste it. I think it needs a little bit extra of the umami. Yes. I think it's nice to add some pepper for seasoning. All right. And then it's ready to go. This is the ravigotte sauce. We're going to sprinkle it over the parsnips. Stick a little bit over it. Yes. And of course, for the finishing touch, we use the marinated kikurage mushrooms. Okay, and then sprinkle it over the parsnips. All right, that's it. Ready to eat. Enjoy.